I got my sticky note remakes from Vograce. These have sparkle laminate on top of it. This is the brand I'm going to try. And that also means that the shop date gets pushed back. Hello, welcome back to another studio vlog. It's actually already Thursday, April 11th, so yeah, I filmed a little bit on Tuesday, and then the last few days has been kind of quiet, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But let me bring you up to date with what has happened since you saw me in the last studio vlog. I finally finished the art print with the moon cat and the star witch. Last week I worked so hard on it. I didn't film anything last week, so I decided to put out my shipping basics video in place of a studio vlog, and I'm really glad that I did that because I really needed all that time to finish that artwork. In total it took over 20 hours, but I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm really happy that I changed it from what I was going to originally do, and I'm glad that I challenged myself to do it. Another thing is that I got my sticky note remakes from Vograce. They are not on par with the brand name sticky notes, but they are a lot better than what I received originally, so I will show you that in a little bit as well. Past 2 days I've been trying to work on my wholesale catalog. If you have watched me for a while, you know that sometime last year I started on it, but that I never really finished it. So I've been working feverishly to try to get it done. I want to start emailing other businesses to see if they would like to have my products in their stores. Recently there was a Harry Potter themed cafe slash boutique that opened near where I live. Not only do they carry Harry Potter licensed goodies, but they also had goodies from local small businesses that they were selling there, and I would like to reach out to them. I don't know if they do wholesale or consignment or whatever. I haven't reached out yet, so I want to get the wholesale catalog ready in case they ask for it, and even if they don't ask for it, at least it's already done, and then I can start trying to email other businesses. And even though I have been working really hard on that, I still think that there's a lot of things that I still need to fix. I'm not quite ready to share the wholesale catalog stuff yet because I'm still not confident with what I have come up with, but eventually when I get it sorted out, I will share it with you guys. So now let me show you the prints and the sticky notes. Here are the prints, and if you haven't seen this one in particular, then you know that you didn't watch my last live stream. It features a bee friend, a snail friend, Captain Frog, a mushroom cunt, and then we have Famey. This is the first print with Famey in it. We have Famey creating little bits of magic here for our friends to see. Here is the Star Witch and Moon Cat print. I ended up calling this Special Brew, and these two are 8.5 by 11. And I was thinking of making one of these two a small holographic print. As you can see here, the print is going backwards. When I printed these two, they were already starting to go backwards once they came out of the printer. I don't know why, but I printed it out a second time, and as you can tell, these two don't go upwards, but it does go back a little bit, but not as much. These have sparkle laminate on top of it, and I was trying to figure out which one of these two I would turn into a holographic print. My husband likes this one, and I think my husband might be right because I think there's a lot going on with this one, and for this one there's a lot more gaps, so I feel like you can appreciate the holographic sparkle laminate laminate more. And I feel like sparkle laminate just looks a lot better with blues and greens as opposed to browns and reds. They both look good, but in the end, I really think the bottom one does look a lot better. So if I offer the sparkle laminate, it will probably be this one. The other prints that will be available is A Fairy Tale Story. We have a Magical Froggle, then a Magical Evening print. Then we have our Ocean Friends. And this is how the matte version of A Special Brew would look like. Because this is 8.5 by 11 originally, it doesn't size really well to a 5 by 7. As you can see, there's a lot more space up here. Originally, I was either going to cut it down. So if I cut it down, it would be this size, because this size is with the borders cut out, it matches perfectly. But the problem with this is if you want to frame it, it's not going to, of course, frame well, because it would have to be pushed against the glass because it doesn't have the whole length. Usually I would just make it so that the sides get kind of cut off, but I felt like when I stretched it that far, these sides here, I feel like make a huge difference. So it was getting halfway cut off and I felt like it wasn't as magical as it's supposed to be. So I ended up asking on one of the Artist Alley groups I'm in. There was someone who suggested putting a colored background based on what your artwork was. So if it was like a darker piece of artwork, I could put a darker background. So what I ended up doing was putting a slightly darker color of the darkest color on this artwork. This right here on the edge, you might not be able to see it, literally on the edge here. And I think it looks perfectly fine. I've seen people sell 5x7s with just a white background and they have done totally fine. So as you can see in the light, it's not black. It's more of like a dark purplish brown color. I could have finished all these prints, but I decided to wait and do a live stream. I'm just going to set these aside for now. And here I have my sticky note remakes from Vograce. So I took one out. I immediately noticed the difference between the new ones and the first ones that I got. I'm not exactly sure if it'll show well on camera, but this is one of the new ones and this one is an old one. This one looks a lot duller than this one. The colors look a lot better. This is closer to the colors that I wanted originally, and the print quality is not as nice. I know that Vograce announced not too long ago that they upgraded the print quality, so I'm happy that they did, but also the stickiness is a lot better. But I have been experimenting with the new sticky notes. I had two on here, one fell off, and this one fell off one time and I put it back on and it's been sticking on there. These two on the wall, they have been stuck on there since I put it on there earlier this week. The curling on the edges is not as bad. These two have stuck the best and they're basically just on my computer stand. I also stuck one on my computer and it's been sticking fine other than the side here curling. I had two on my door. I ended up sticking this one back on and it's been stuck on since then, but it did fall off once already. The only thing is that it's barely on there. I'm gonna stick it back on and we'll see if it stays. And I also have this one on the whiteboard. As you can see, it's stuck on there pretty good. If it was the other ones I had originally gotten, that would not be possible. Today I would like to finally try the printable heat transfer vinyl that I talked about for a little bit in the last studio vlog. This is the brand I'm going to try. It's by TeckWrap. There is a lot of brands out there, so I don't know if this is exactly the best one, but I've looked it up and there's just so many pros and cons to every brand. But I finally came across this one and decided to finally order it, and it's not cheap. Not only that, for this specific one, it was hard for me to find here. I couldn't even find it on Amazon, so I ended up buying it off of a website that sells craft supplies. I don't remember the name, but I'll put it on the screen somewhere. Not only is it expensive, there's only 15 sheets in here. So I want to make sure that I use it wisely. The difference between this and normal transfer paper is that this has a white background. So when you print, cut, and apply it, you see it on whatever you put it on, regardless of the color. Whereas with normal transfer paper, it's more like, I would say, clear sticker sheet. So you would only see it on lighter colors. If you don't have the tools and things to do sublimation, it might be a good alternative for you. I don't have that stuff, so that's why I'm trying this. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing you should always do when you get a new material that you've never tried before is do a cut test. So that's what I'm gonna do before I print on it. This didn't come with the instructions. Seems like the paper moved. My mat is not so sticky anymore. It does seem like it cut it. The back is kind of slick, so it's not the best for this mat, but it looks like the cardstock playing setting on Silhouette Studio works. So I'm just gonna go ahead and print on this and we're gonna try it out. It says 330 degrees Fahrenheit on the website that I bought it on, so we're gonna try that. Even though for the polyester tote bag that I'm gonna try, it's supposed to be 380, so we're just gonna go with 330. Also, I don't know if I cut this right because it's kind of going through. Unlike normal heat transfer paper, you don't have to reverse this. You just take this and plop it on top of whatever you're putting the image on. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. So I made a couple of my logos, and of course I had to do the spring bee because we already have bees on this tote bag. This is what you have once you peel it. It's fairly thin and it's also not sticky on the back. I'm gonna try it on the back of this tote bag that we've already tried. I think it looks pretty good. I like how it feels. It's not too thick. The only thing about this is that I don't know what print settings I should use. That looks a lot better and more saturated on camera than it does in real life. It's a little bit more dull than what you see on the camera, but it still looks pretty good. I kind of like how the texture from the polyester tote bag was more of an asset than like a bad thing, because the texture actually looks really good. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I feel like this side pressed down better than on this side. So I think I'll be using this heat transfer vinyl to make my tote bags. And I don't know if tote bags will make it to the next shop update or not, but overall I'm very happy with this. I just have to figure out print settings and make sure that I put it on there a little longer maybe, to make sure the size gets set. And now I just have bees everywhere on my bag, literally. I should probably start using it to try to figure out if it tears easily or not. I'm gonna try a scratch test on here. That's pretty good. That's not that bad. I think it's pretty resistant to scratches, so that's pretty good. Because I only have 5 canvas tote bags, I could buy more. I will only have one design for now. I would love to have multiple designs, but I don't have that many tote bags, and I could buy more tote bags, but this is a test, so I don't know if anyone's going to be interested in my tote bags. That's the thing with having a small business. It's kind of hard to determine when you should take the step to start making new products. You kind of have to just do it and see how it goes for you. but you also have to make sure that it's within your means. When you make new things, there's things that are going to go right and things that are going to go wrong, and there's also going to be trial and error, especially if you're making the product at home. I don't think buying more tote bags to be able to have a second design is worth it at the moment. So maybe I will make one design, see how it goes, and see if there's any interest. If there's no interest in that design, maybe I'll make another design at a later time. Tomorrow I'm planning to have a live stream. I'll be preparing prints and I'll also be preparing the sticky notes. So now I'm going to test the live stream to make sure that it works. I just finished live streaming. Live streamed for a little under 2 hours. If you're there, thank you so much. I cut out the prints, I put the branding on the back of the prints, took out some of the sticky notes and put the branding on the sticky notes, try to put them back in their packaging, and it was really rough putting them back into the packaging because, like, you know, once the packaging's already been used, there's all those creases and everything on the back of the sleeves, and then when you try to put your item back in, it just messes things up. But yeah, I got a lot done. I have to go back and fix some things on the prints, and then I'm also going to print more of my logo stickers because I didn't print enough. Of course I didn't print enough. I was going to print 4 sheets. I didn't count them. I was just like, I just printed them and cut them. I was gonna cut 4 sheets, and I should have cut 4 sheets because if I did, I would have had enough for all the sticky notes and the prints. And then after that, I wanted to design a back part for the Fairy Tale Froggo bookmarks that I made as a digital download for Patreon back in February. So that is something for Patreon that I'm bringing to the Etsy shop itself. That wasn't double-sided. So let's get started on all that stuff. I dropped my battery charger for my camera. It is Monday, April 15th, and I am currently in the process of editing the studio vlog. I didn't get a chance to start editing the studio vlog until today, and that's because I got contacted by a company this past weekend to do a collaboration with them. So I was very busy trying to get things done in time for that. My part so far is done. I think about in a month-ish or so you will see more about it, and that also means that the shop update gets pushed back. I was hoping to do the shop update maybe mid or late April, but for sure now it's gonna be more like late May, early June. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. So that means that if you watch this far, you will know about this, because I will probably not mention it in the next studio vlog. So that'll be it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!